You know, some people don't love real estate. They don't want to hear real estate.
They
don't like it.
I've seen people like that.
Do you understand? No matter how you tell them that real estate is good, but your ability to make them understand that it is because of lack of the information they don't have. So if you want to get the 5 deal, you must apply the 80-20 Pareto's rule. So if you have a lot of persons on your pipeline, and you sure this one said I'm going to buy a duplex from you, this one said I'm waiting for the money to drop, I'm doing this, you have a lot of that, and somebody says if you don't sleep with me or if you don't have affair with me, I'm not going to buy from you. Go to 48 laws of power. You can put on suspect and be the one to call you. That is what we call attractive marketing. Not saying, hey, you said that there is something that can make anybody be a billionaire in real estate that people don't know. I don't know if you can give me a picture of the cheapest car, you know. Can you give me a picture of the cheapest car, you know? Now, whatever cheap car you know in your mind, keep it there so that the company will not come after you. The truth is that if you go out there, you will count several exotic cars, several expensive cars before you see that cheap car. What does that tell you? It shows that people don't go for things that are cheap. If you give them the value that they want, they will give you the money, they will pay the price. A lot of people don't know how to use the third person's approach. We come direct to people and say, I sell land, can you buy from me? No. Most times you look at some scenarios, some people, you know, because of the environment, because of how they want to make, you know, if they've told their friends that I bought 2 or 3, whereas they haven't bought, and you are coming to say, will you buy land? So, but if you tell them, do you know of anybody who would like a land that have this value and this value that will appreciate over time to this level? I want to help few persons to get into one of the property that just came out. So some of us are too greedy. I know of a lady, very greedy. I've been mentoring her for over 3 years, and that is the only area I have not been able to break. How consistent are you? Sometimes you see them today, say today, now sure they say now. Then next tomorrow you say, hey, you just get some goods when they come. Now the million that they do now. What else? I say fan. You are confused. Nobody want to invest his or her money in a system that is confused because you are confused.
Another beautiful day here in Total Media, and this is Orange Vibe, Business and Lifestyle. Today is another remarkable day here in the studio, and today is gonna be mind-blowing. It's gonna be awesome because of the guest which we have today. Right with me here in the studio today is my partner, Mr. Onoche Tony. And Mr. Onoche Tony, how has been the section all through? How has it been, everything together? How has been the impact, the back-to-back hit from this podcast studio? Let's hear from Mr. Onoche.
Yeah, it's been incredible, honestly. Right from this season 1. In fact, I've not recovered up to today. You know, all of the information that has been, coming out from this platform. I've been inspired, and I'm very, very happy that, people that are going to be watching this program here in this platform, they are going to be, totally transformed, because what we are unleashing here is not a child's play. All right. So there's some people out there in the society that is totally confused. There's some business people that is about to give up. And that is why we have to, design this particular platform to ensure that it helps people out there. So if you are watching me, don't go nowhere, because this is Orange Vibe, Business and Lifestyle. Thank you so much.
Welcome back. That's a powerful one from my partner, Mr. Onoche Tony. And without further ado, I just want to go straight to invite our guest. Yeah, I'll be reading his profile. Man, we have somebody that you need to listen to today. With us in the studio today is Mr. Enas Enahoro Uhagwa. He's a seasoned business coach, professional network marketer, and the managing director of Property Subs Professional, a fast-rising real estate network marketing company in Nigeria. He is passionate about human capacity development, especially entrepreneurship and wealth creation. With over 15 years of experience in business and network marketing, Enas has monitored many individuals to become successful realtors and millionaires using his practical coaching style and result-driven system. He is also known for organizing impactful training, planning sessions, and motivational programs that inspires people to think big, build value, and take hold of steps in business. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Mr. Enas Enahoros.
Thank you, thank you,
So we're
thank you.
happy to have you in
Thank
the
you.
studio today.
That was awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome,
it's,
sir.
It's good to be here today. I'm honored to be here today, live in the studio, and I'm sure today we're going to be affecting lives positively, because the world today is really sinking down. A lot of people don't have, information that they needed to have, and trust me, this is why we should be doing business. You need to have information, you need to have the right information, and for those who have it, don't hold back. Why not share? Why not educate people? Encourage somebody. So we are here today to make somebody a befitting lifestyle. Woo! Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, over time, tell us your experience in the your real estate journey.
Oh, yeah, my real estate journey has been awesome. For so many years, I've been aspiring to go into the real estate industry. But it never started that way because, we are so skeptical when you hear people say real estate. It looks at something that is so massive that no one can even venture in. So we dabbled trying to put one thing together. So I saw myself, in the media industry. I was in the media for about 10 years, and then trust me, moved on, becoming a networker. I never knew they were all preparation for the future. Wow. And somehow, a few years back, I was opportune to work with one of the biggest real estate company in West Africa. Wow. That was why I said, yeah, everything that you need to know about real estate, I can unleash them to you, because it's quite easy. What you need is information. Okay, information rule the world. So today, I'm so happy that I am a managing director of a real estate firm, and anybody who aspires to be in the real estate industry, you can definitely be. So it has been awesome. It has been good, though there are ups and downs in the industry, and that makes us strong. Most times, a lot of people see those difficult times as time that they should give up, and they keep asking questions. Why should it be? It is happening that time because you need to be strong. It makes you stronger. So we've been getting better grants, growing greater and greater every day. The industry is really awesome. If not real estate, what other industry? So real estate is the real deal. It is, yeah.
Thank you so much, Mr. Enas. This is incredible. And I'm sure you guys are going to learn a whole lot, because there is a lot of possibilities here in the real estate industry. All right, Mr. Enas. There is something I feel people out there would like to know and learn from you, which is the aspect of, the developer and the entrepreneur. Now, I want to know, sir, what's the difference between a real estate entrepreneur and a developer?
Oh, awesome. Okay. I think on this note, it's very important I calm down to explain something very important. Most people say, I'm into real estate, and they don't know where they belong. They don't know the category where they belong. Now, when you hear the word developer, it sounds so great. It's somebody who has to develop something. So a real estate developer is somebody who acquires nothing, acquires the land as nothing when nothing is there, and develop it to be something amazing. For instance, so many years ago, we hear about Dubai. Dubai was not what it is today. People who developed Dubai were developers. People who believe that we can develop something from nothing. So developers are people who acquire properties, the land, develop any amazing thing. Okay, so they are called developers. Am I communicating? Yes. Now, you want to talk about real estate entrepreneurs. Yeah, you are also in real estate, but the simple truth is that you acquire one property and you sell it. You are a businessman. Am I communicating? Yes. You acquired a landed property, you sold it. You are a businessman. You acquired a building and you sold it. You did not develop. though we are in the real estate space, but you did not develop, so you are not a developer. However, we are all, working in one synergy to ensure that the real estate industry looks so amazing. So the difference between a developer and a real estate entrepreneur is that one develops something out of nothing, creative, work with the engineers, the architects, and the likes of everyone who put things together to ensure that something is developed. So they are called developers. We are called developers. Now, for those who purchase a property, those who are into renters, those who are into, short let and all that, they are also in real estate. Real estate is broad, but of course, you are in another arm of real estate. You are not a developer.
So, which one is more productive, or which one is more challenging in terms of?
Okay, yeah.
business? Yes.
I will take first challenging,
Okay.
and I'll take more productive. Depends. Now, challenging. Presently, our economy has put us in a space where we face a lot of challenges. Okay, so it is a little bit difficult for you to enjoy the beauty of any business you are doing globally right now. But as a developer, it looks more amazing when you see yourself developing something out of nothing. You are not just developing it for the fact that you want to make money. You are developing it because you want to see how the economy can be better, and nature can turn to something amazing. Am I communicating? There are a lot of developers who don't sleep because they want to get a certain kind of project executed. They want to get a certain kind of project nobody has seen. So they don't sleep. Am I communicating? Yeah. So the simple truth is that for me, I like the development part, right?
Okay.
I love it. It's not as if I don't like the entrepreneurship part as well, but I love it because it makes you creative. Of course, God is a creator. And you know what he did? After the 7th day of creation, he rested and he expected us to start creating from where he stopped. So we need to imbibe that assignment. We need to understand that part of creation, creativity. So put things into existence and ensure that, God say, yeah, my boy, my son, my whosoever is doing very well, is doing after what I actually assigned them to do. So I love the part of developing. I'm so passionate about it. However, you can make quick money from, buying and selling. Am I communicating? Yeah. You can make quick money. You can make smart money from, buying, selling, or, introducing somebody into buying, and you make money. But the truth is that it is what you have passion for. What gives you joy? It's not really about the money. If you have joy in what you are doing, you know what happens? The money will certainly come. People will start asking you, man, I love what you're doing. In fact, can you do this for me? So I, for one, I love the creative part of real estate. I want to see something coming out from, my subconscious and bringing it to reality. So I would not tell you that one is more productive. I can't tell you that this is more stressful, because what you have flair for, what you have that drive for, no matter how stressful it is, there is a way you find joy in doing it. You find yourself fulfilled when you do the hard part of it and you see something came out, boom. So I don't know how to really categorize the part that is stressful, the part that is more productive, the part that is more profitable. I don't know. But for one, I believe that the creative part of real estate is so amazing. Because it's not going to affect your pocket alone. It's going to affect your society, your neighborhood, your generation, and all that. Imagine there are so many estates springing up right now. If not for developers, you will not see those beauty in those estates. You see people coming with whatever structure they have, and some people could be so bad when it comes to creativity. They will just bring something and they explain why that thing, but you cannot even see anything amazing. So the work of the developers is to come and give you something amazing, something uniform, something appealing, and everybody say, wow, this place looks nice. Okay, so yeah, I think so. I can't really tell you which one pays more. So the challenges is our economy. Economy is not smiling. Sometimes you project making some certain thing out of what you want to do. But you know what happened? By the time you go to the market, you ask vendors to come with some material. They tell you, guy, this thing, you can't get it like this again. And you end up saying, okay, let me just do what my money can afford. And we don't have this collaborative force presently. So if we have collaborative force, there are people who come together, okay, this is what we actually want, and we will ensure that it comes to existence. So that area is so challenging. The economy is not smiling. But for those of the developers that are really thriving at the same time, I think we should give them kudos. They're actually doing
honestly, they are really, really trying, because if in an economy like this, some real estate developers are still striving. That's to show that, in fact, they are really strong in the industry. Because I won't lie to you, imagine you are building at some point, you know, you stated a particular cost of the building you want to sell. All of a sudden, after a few months, you discover that the cement that you bought, it has popped up, the price have risen. And I'm wondering how that's still coping, you understand?
So that's where we find ourselves.
And this is why the prices of buildings in Lagos especially has really skyrocketed. Yeah. You see a building formerly 70 million, now it's 200 and something. But this is because the difference. If you look at just a trip of gravel, you know, if you know the amount before, and you now check the current rate, and you need more than 1,000 for a building. So the cost, everything has gone up.
Okay, now, sorry, I think just come to mind now. They said real estate in Lagos is overrated. What's your take on that?
Overrated.
In terms of pricing, they say like it's too exorbitant, the price and all of that. Do you think, like, what's your take on that? Do you think that's true, or?
Well, I think it depends on individual.
Okay.
You know, there are some people who like quality. Am I communicating?
Yes.
And if someone has a project that has high quality, you are not expecting that project to also be the same price with another that is, you know, substandard. So if you like quality, you need to pay the price. Am I communicating? So when you say overrated, again, Lagos State is in the entire federation is one place where we need to really get quality. We need to get quality. I must tell you the truth, because a lot of states emulate Lagos. You hear people saying, maybe in other states, say, we have built Lekki standard. You know what that means? It means that you have a certain standard that you cannot go below in Lagos. So, of course, the truth is that Lagos set the pace for other states and every other place. So you are not expecting, you know, the price to be, of course, there are things you can do. But whenever you have any commodity that is cheap, please check very well. So, of course, if you are getting quality, then you should be ready to pay for the price.
Okay, sir, my next question is, what is the future of real estate entrepreneurships in terms of technology and innovation?
That's quite great. We're looking forward to a situation where somebody can be in the US and want to either acquire or inspect or get access to any property. He can do that with the smart technology without coming to Nigeria.
Without him coming to Nigeria.
You don't have to come to Nigeria. Okay, you know, some set of persons has come together. And I think I attended one of that presentation. It was so amazing, where you see a 3D inspection. I don't know how it's done, but you can just, you know, get access to the site and say, oh, I want to inspect so place. And you see, you know, a virtual 3D inspection. You go around and everything is amazing. No, you can remember, you know, before now, the real estate industry has been so funny. You know, before you could do anything, you must need to consult your relatives or your friends. And a lot of persons have gotten their fingers burnt. You say, oh, have you gone to, yeah, I've seen it. They go somewhere and get a video of something. And when you come, probably even if you meet something, it's something different. So you can assess whatever you want to assess, you know, through the help of technology. Again, the hope of real estate is going to be very, very bright in Nigeria. Because if you watch carefully, you see some young developers coming up. I don't want to mention name. You see creative people, sound mind coming up, and it gives me hope for the real estate industry. Most of these people are highly technically inclined. So it means that what we are losing right now is that collaboration. So I think that is one thing we need. If we're able to collaborate, say, yeah, I know you are the owner or you are the developer of this company or what have you, but we can come together and look at what can we build so that globally we can assess wherever your property is. Am I communicating?
Yeah.
I don't care whatever you make, but when we log into the site, we can say, oh, this is this property and this is whatever it is, and everything is accurate. You know, we are coming to that age because the people in real estate right now in Nigeria, they are not playing. I love the phase that we have right now. People that are sound. When you hear them speak, you understand these people, they have the future. And I know we have limitation, but certainly very soon we're going to break out of that. And trust me, it's going to be amazing. So there is, possible hope for real estate in Nigeria. Yeah.
Thank you. Now, I have a question here that I want to ask you.
All right.
Because all of this, they connect all together and it's very, impressive. Okay. Now, I want to ask you, how can entrepreneurs overcome zoning and regulatory challenges in the real estate development?
Again, collaboration. Collaboration. When I understand very well that whatever I'm going to bring into the system will better you and better me, why would I not collaborate? So if we're able to have some of these regulatory body come together to say, oh, what do we really want to achieve outside the money? Because most of us presently now, we are looking at how much will I make from this project. But outside money, some civilized country, the government regulates, everything they do, and everything looks uniform. So by the time we collaborate to say we want to ensure that everything is, operating in a very standard way, trust me, you see everything working seamlessly. So your interest is my interest. Of course, we're going to make money, right? But your interest is my interest. We want to ensure that the real estate industry is properly and well represented. So with that, you see the issue of this zone, this should not do this. No, everybody understand, of course, what should be done right. So I think with proper collaboration, all of that is good.
How can entrepreneurs identify urban areas that have potential for successful revitalization?
Okay, the truth is that if you're in the industry, you understand the trend, you understand where development is moving to. For instance, there was a time where nobody wants to buy into the Ekwe property. There was a time where nobody wants to even hear the Ibejileki. Am I communicating?
Yeah.
No, I don't want to go there. But presently, if somebody tells you that I have a property for you in Ibejileki, there's a way you feel. You feel like, wow, this is awesome. So with that, as an entrepreneur, you should understand where the trend of, civilization development is going. Now, how do you get that? You find out what the government have in that area, the features that the government have in place. I mean, like the Ibejileki, there was a time when nobody was hearing much about the Dangote refinery, the Lekki Free Trade. Nobody was hearing it. But lately, everybody wants to be there. And I tell you, it is very difficult for you to even gain access presently. If you have access to those areas, you are so happy because you believe that the nearest future is going to be bright. So as an entrepreneur, please take note of where civilization is moving to. Check what the government has in different areas before you invest.
I think you see this part, it also concerns investors.
Yeah.
Because most times, so there are some smart investors that tend to listen to some of these realtors who is giving them updates. As to know where is in vogue. You understand? Where is meant to be, to invest. Because what I'm saying is because there are still some funny investors where they'll say, are you sure that place, are you sure that place is going to yield return of investment? You get, because probably that place, once upon a time, it just like is a bushy area. But now, all of a sudden, you're not hearing some information that concerns that area. There are some investors, some clients that will still be having doubts and say, you should say that place will do okay. Stuffs like that. What would be your advice to those kind of investors who have that kind of myopic mindset, that you are trying to update them about the futuristic investment of this particular zone, this particular area, but they are still trying to argue with you? Are you sure in the next
Yeah, of course. The truth is that the person that have the money has the power. Right? I have the money. It is your duty to make me understand that I should release the money. So for every real estate company or realtors who have investors in front of them, you should have enough information, valid information, visible information to share. Most times some of the companies don't pass this information. They believe, I believe this thing is going to happen. Don't assume that person will understand what you are saying. They will not understand. So make them understand. Do everything possible to send them information. Let them read. Those that can watch YouTube, send them to YouTube. Presently, I don't think anybody would doubt if you say I have a property in Ibejileki that will appreciate in the next 2-3 years. Nobody would doubt, because the information is everywhere. Yeah. So get information to your clients. Give them valid information. And with that, you see them, because most people, they've gotten their fingers burnt. I have somebody who said he bought a property for more than 10 years and the property still remains the price that it is. A lot of people tell you real estate must always appreciate. Come into the industry, understand that some places will remain so until some certain things are decided to, put in place in that area. So you need to look at what is coming. What do I have? This is a jet age. This is a world where civilization, we have information in around us. Look for information and ask what is happening. You could even go there and see if truly this will happen. You will know. So for those who say, they are arguing, of course, they should argue, because they want you to convince them. So don't feel, this guy don't know what thing they happen. No, that's not really true. He may know, but I want you to convince them more.
Okay, this one
they are aware. They might be aware, but they want to know if you are so sure before they invest. So don't just have that time with them. Ensure that you give them facts. You pinpoint things that will make them feel, I think I am convinced to let this money go into this project. Yeah.
Is there any new updates concerning the likes of Ikorodu? Is there any plan of the government coming down there where people can actually concentrate on?
Yeah. There are a lot of things that are set to happen in that area.
Because I know of Badagry.
Yeah, there are a lot of things. But the truth is that the area that is more concentrated on the most right now is the Ibejileki houses. So I believe, I'm not in the government, I believe so much that it's a thing of, zone or time after time. Once we are done with this, then we have the next phase. We need to face this. But there are some certain things that will be coming up, but not really that, full concentration. But for the Ibejileki houses, it's massive. It's massive. Everybody is feeling the heat already. That is going to be so amazing.
What's the okay? Everybody now know about the Coastal Road.
Oh yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
What's your information about the Coastal Road? Because I feel there are some people in diaspora right now. They've not really seen this Coastal Road coming up. They're just hearing it, and they love to invest.
Yeah.
What's the quality information that people need to know? Probably most especially in the diaspora.
Okay. I think the first hand or the most recent information is that the first phase of the Coastal Road will be commissioned in May.
Wow.
So I think May 25th. So fast. The first phase of the Coastal Road will be commissioned. So if you are at the diaspora, you're in the diaspora, and you are still having doubts, just hold on till 25th. But I am not going to guarantee you of the same price after that commission. I'm privileged to have a property on that first phase. And we started with about 10 million 500 square meters. But I tell you, after the commission, you may not get it 30 million, same 500 square meters. So, yeah, so go to the internet. There are informations everywhere. So if you are privileged to have money, because to get money, you must be privileged. If you are privileged to have money and you want to invest, get a good property in that houses. Trust me, no matter what it is, it may just be a matter of a year. You can have 200%, 200% profits. Wow. So that area is in fact, is somewhere everybody should look at. Everybody should look. If you have the privilege, you have the opportunity, I recommend it. So the coastal road, the good news is that, is a well planned project. And they are taking it bit by bit. Phase 1, phase 2. I'm always on the news, because I have a property there. I want to see what is happening. So by May 25th or thereabout, trust me, the first phase is commissioned. And a lot of people who have already bought there, they have made so much money already. And every other person will come and, join the train. Well, of course, you're going to pay the price.
I've been there. I think I was there this year. Just, was it last month? I was at the coastal road this year. And you need to see the level of work. These guys are working day and night. They're speeding everything. So it's happening. I don't doubt the fact that May 25th, they are launching the first phase. I don't get to doubt that, because the level of work I see them putting in is something that will become a reality. Everybody, they are working all hands. There's no doubt about it.
I'm telling you, there's no doubt. Now, still on the subject of revitalization, okay, I just want to find out something. I want to know, what are some of the challenges that developers and entrepreneurs are facing working in revitalization projects, and how can they overcome them? Because there are some challenges.
Overcoming them,
yes.
Well, the truth is that one of the major challenge is inflation. That's one of the major challenge. Okay? Because, you have a project, like I've said before now, and you have a budget for the project, and by the time you come back, everything has changed. It's going to demoralize you. You have to go back to the drawing board, see how you could meet, or if you don't want to do that, you have to compromise. Just give any standard of anything you see. So revitalization is something that is very challenging to developers right now because of the present economic situation. Again, if you say solution, we are going to appeal to the government if there's anything they could do to see how things could come a little bit. I'm sure it's not going to be boom immediately, but of course, it can come down a little bit and things can come up better. Okay, so developers are facing serious challenges in terms of high rising of goods and commodity. Bringing things in, working with people, even within, is difficult right now. Yeah, it is. Yeah.